Alright guys, so a lot of people who make videos on YouTube that collect video games like to show off their collection. My collection isn't as impressive as some of those on YouTube, but I'd like to show mine off anyways. I actually have an entire room dedicated to my video game collecting, as my wife was so gracious to allocate this room to me for whatever I need. And so first things first, here's my gaming area. Got a couple chairs in here. Sometimes my wife plays with me. Sometimes I have friends over. Here's my desk. Got a few projects I'm working on here. Nothing major. As you can see, there's an NES satellite in there, though. It's kind of cool. Move this out of the way. Open my closet here. There's some things in here. I've got Game Informers, a big old stack of Game Informers. My empty boxes for my PS4, my Wii U. Well, you can't see those, but those are my PC games. I've got Mists of Pandaria Collector's Edition, ooh, big deal, and Wind Waker Strategy Guide, and Diablo Battle Chest and StarCraft Battle Chest. Alright, my desk. This is my bookshelf. I've got nursing books on there. I'm actually in nursing school. Almost done with that, thank goodness, because then I can spend some more money on video games. My cleaning supplies. There's my tools. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn around here. There's my gaming setup. I've got two CRT tube TVs. We'll get to those in a second. Down here I've got some N64 controllers. This one here is pretty cool. I've actually replaced all of my joysticks on all of my N64 controllers, but I've got Watermelon and Jungle Green. And I've actually replaced the controller joysticks with a GameCube joystick. You can't just take a GameCube joystick straight out of a GameCube controller and put it in an N64, but there's a company that actually specially makes these. They're pretty nice. I like them. They feel nice. The only thing is there's a very slight dead zone when you pull the stick just slightly backwards, but if you pull it straight back, you're okay. But just a little bit back, nah, you're pretty much screwed. I got, solid green, gray. It's my cat, Luna. She's always up my butt. So we put those back. Sorry guys for the video. What else we got? Oh, a Nintendo Gold one. That one has some work I need to do to it. It's actually, the cord has been cut on it, as you can see, and the dongle's missing. But the guy that I bought it from, he's a big, huge video game collector. He actually owns his own store, and he says he'll keep his eye out for me. If he sees one, he'll give me a holler and I'll fix it. But he gave it to me for real cheap, about $6. Well, I can't get this one out, but there's other stuff in there. There's some PC stuff, PlayStation 4 stuff, Atari controllers, yada yada yada. Here's my NES Advantage controller. And over here I've got my N64 game drawer. All of my games have N labels. These are really nice polyplastic labels. They actually don't peel or fade or anything like that. They're pretty much plastic. It's really nice. You can see here's my Zelda Majora's Mask with the N label. It's my favorite. I think it just looks sharp. Get in there. This Game Boy my sister got for me not too long ago, and she got it from a yard sale for about $2, and actually wasn't working when I got it. Oh, it doesn't have batteries in it. But anyways, I bought some replacement battery connectors for about $2 on Amazon and replaced them, and it works fine. What else do we have? Alright, so there's my CRT TVs again. We got down there, can't really see it, but I have a 8-way AV switch. I got that also on Amazon for very cheap. I think it was like maybe less than $20. But I've got all of my systems connected through it. You can select a system, any system you want. I've got Atari 2600, PlayStation 2, Sega Genesis is back there. I've got an extra N64, Xbox 360 that just collects dust. GameCube, down there on the top, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's kind of dark. But the top shelf there's got my NES, Super NES, N64, Jungle Green, and another NES. Alright, now on to the important stuff. My gaming shelf. Don't make fun of me, I actually do buy amiibos, but only ones that I really like. I don't collect them or anything like that. This shelf I actually built myself specifically for my video game collection, which grew a lot larger than I thought it was going to very quickly. But I built all of these shelves individually so that you could actually take the cartridges and stand them up on their ends and they fit perfectly into the slots. But as you can see, because it grew so fast, I had to rearrange things multiple times to get them to fit. But I have, well, there's my amiibos, you can see. I've got all the Zelda amiibos, including Sheik up there, and both Links and Ganondorf and Zelda, and some others. But anyways, here's my Atari collection. It's not very big. I believe I got those for free. Somebody was cleaning out an attic and was going to throw them away. I've got some Sega Genesis games. Not the best condition, but these are actually my original games that I collected as I grew up. You know, I don't really play them anymore, but there they are. Got a Pokewalker. Here's my SNES collection. I've got some decent titles, mostly RPGs that I remember from growing up. I got Illusion of Gaia, as you can see. Got all the Star Wars games, which they weren't that great, but I liked them. You got Legend of Zelda. What else do we have? We have Seventh Saga, which is a good one. That's actually one of the ones that I really remember my dad playing a lot when I was a kid. I've got all my Game Boy games here. I've got both Mario's, Final Fantasy Legends 3, Donkey Kong Land, Pokemon, Zelda DX, and that one is Zelda Oracle of Ages. I have Yoshi's Island, Wanderers from East 3, Donkey Kong Country, Mystic Quest, Final Fantasy 2, and Final Fantasy 3, probably three of my favorite games on the Super NES. Castlevania 4, that's actually a Japanese version of Final Fantasy 5, which, as some of you may know, was not released in the United States, but I bought it and I actually modified my Super Nintendo to play Super Famicom games. Real easy, you just take out a couple plastic tabs and you're good to go. Of course I can't read it, but it's still fun to pop in there and show off. I've got the boxes and manuals for Donkey Kong Country and Star Wars. There's my DS and 3DS collection. There's my 3DS, Super Game Boy, and here's my NES collection. Some of it anyways. Nothing real impressive there. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is a feather stylus that came with, I believe, Spirit Tracks for the DS. There's some complete in box Sega Genesis games that I've collected through the years. Those are actually hand collected growing up. I didn't just buy those off of Amazon or anything like that. Those are ones that I've acquired the old-fashioned way. My dad and I were actually more into collecting Sega when I was younger than Nintendo, but you know, we did like Nintendo too. There's some titles there for the NES as well, nothing special. I've got my complete in box Legend of Zelda gold cartridge, complete with manual and map and all the inserts. What else do we have? We have Super C, Mega Man 2, Metroid, Castlevania 1 and 3, Donkey Kong Classics, Final Fantasy, Zelda 2, Gauntlet 1 and 2, Dig Dug 2, Hide Light, Super Mario 1, 2, 3. Down here we have Twilight Princess HD, which is still sealed. I haven't opened that, don't intend to. It also came with a, because I pre-ordered it, I got a music CD that's also still sealed. Can, listen to that on YouTube anytime I want. Here's my GameCube collection. I've got a couple decent titles in there. I think I've got all the Zeldas for the GameCube, including Twilight Princess. Here's my Wii collection, and my Wii U collection, which isn't really a collection, just a couple titles that I picked up. Not a real big fan of the Wii U or really where Nintendo's going at all. I hope they figure something out soon. Here's my PS3 collection. There's a couple good titles in there. Nothing major. PS2, PS1. I actually got all these PS1 games from the same guy that sold me that gold controller. And I've got Legends of the Dragoon, Tactics, Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9, and also Final Fantasy Anthology. All for under, I think it was maybe $70, not much. What else do I have? Elder Scrolls Anthology, a couple other little things. Oh, this one's nice. Got this like off Amazon for $2 or $3 if I can get it out of there. That's the Legend of Zelda DVD cartoon series. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's terrible. And that's pretty much it. The only thing that's missing is my PS4 collection, which is downstairs. I do have quite a few games there. But thanks for watching, guys. Alright, have a good night.